every Christian is going to limit the atonement in some way. The question is salvation open to everybody, or is it only specifically for the elect? Now, I personally would believe that Christ died for the sins of everybody, right? When I read, for God to love the world, seems like the world, that he gave his only begotten son for the world. Now, not everybody is going to be saved. That is true. So you just read Revelation, the final judgment, and some people are definitely going to hell, right? And that's just an unavoidable question. I mean, not an unavoidable question, just an unavoidable conclusion from the scriptures. Now, I want to give just an analogy about how all of these could work together. So imagine that everybody in this world is in an extreme amount of debt, right? That nobody can pay. I'm just going to have to ask you to accept some of these premises for the sake of argument for the analogy to work. But every single human being is just trillions of dollars in debt somehow, right? And there's no way that they can pay back any of this. Now, let's say that there is just this insanely rich person. Like, the money that this person has is beyond comprehension, right? And he makes a time period of, let's say, about a week, right, available to essentially pay everybody's debt. Like, he will use his own money to get everybody out of this financial crisis, right? The only catch is you have to come when he calls, right? So everybody's being called and said, hey, for this week, this kind man is going to pay off all of your debts. All you have to simply do is come up to this bank and receive the payment, right? And there are testimonies of people coming and saying, my debt's cleared, like he paid everything. And some are skeptical and saying there's got to be a catch somewhere. Some are saying, no, I can pay off my own debts. I don't want to hand out from anybody. But the point is, the people that end up not coming and not taking heed, and the ones that reject the free gift, there was enough money to be able to be applied to pay their debts, right? But they have to come in and receive it. And likewise, I would say that the death of Christ is sufficient for all, but it's only limited in the sense by those who refuse to partake of it. So it is sufficient to pay for every single sin debt in the entire world, but it's limited in the sense that it's not going to be applied to everybody based off of their own decisions to reject God. So I do believe that there wouldn't be any sort of issue here. The atonement is only limited by those who refuse to partake of it.